Now, the topic we are going to discuss today is the word orgasm. And I tell you, I want to reclaim the word orgasm as something that is happening through our whole body. And again, I'm going back to my story, like when I was busy with my process of my sexual empowerment. I didn't even know what I was looking for. You know, I was constantly busy with like sorting out relationship stuff and my wounds and my past, and I was keeping myself busy with that and saw that as my sexual healing and my empowerment. And I didn't even know that I was looking for this thing. It just sounded like quite mysterious. You know, these people are speaking about energy moving through your body. And I sort of played with it, the concept a little bit. But I tell you, when this pleasure, when my body woke up to be able to feel large amounts of pleasure moving through me for an extended period of time, for a long time, and eventually just like wobbling through my body like a snake. Then I suddenly realized, I'm having a full body orgasm, and this is carrying on for a long time, and it is fantastic. So that was an orgasm, but it was just like something that carries on and on and on. So the thing with energy orgasms is that they can last for a long time. So I want to explain to you what this orgasm is. And I think I know from how I used to think about it, I used to see this orgasm as this eruption that just happens at the end of a sex session and then everyone goes to sleep. Okay? But the full body orgasm, the energy orgasms are different. Okay, so I want to explain to you what this feels like. So it feels like a ball of light. It feels like a ball of joy, of pleasure that moves through your body. So it's not a thing like you'll feel your whole body's just going explode and then you go, oh, that was a full body orgasm. No, it's a state that you go into where this ball of joy, bliss, moves through your body all the time. And it's sort of localized, like it's sort of localized. You can feel where it is and you can feel that it's moving through your body. And then it's like this ball of pleasure can just play through your body for a very long time. And I promise you, everywhere it goes, you are constantly feeling like, oh my God, I am having an orgasm. And it works very rhythmically. So it actually works like with your breath. It's almost at every out breath, there's like this explosion of joy. An explosion of joy. We had a talk the other day, or I was giving a talk the other day, and we were speaking about this word orgasm. And then somebody said, you know, maybe it will be easier to call these energy orgasms joy explosions. And I said, yeah, maybe it would be easier. But you might find you come at the angle of saying joy, 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 pleasure, explosion, and eventually you'll just say, oh my God, I'm having orgasms in my arm. So delicious, and it is so healing, and it's just so nourishing and just the most beautiful thing to experience through your body. So that's what the full body orgasm is. And then just to mention that this is definitely something that is accessible for men and for women, okay? And then also any age. I must come back to the age thing. So it's for men and for women. if you have a body and if you can feel and if you have sexual energy, you can move it through your body. It's not only women that can do this. I know men can do it too. And it is the most beautiful thing if you, as partners, are both able to feel the energy rippling through your body. And then when you come together, it can feel like your souls are making love. It basically feels like you can feel your soul in your body. It just feels so good. It just feels so good. And speaking about feeling your soul in your body, and that is where I feel this energy orgasm thing merges our spirituality and our sexuality. You know, our spirit is alive in our bodies. And when you start feeling this ball of joy moving through your body, it really feels like you are connecting with your bliss essence, like this is your original spirit. This is like you're connecting with your ultimate state of being. So it is spiritual. It is very whole. You feel more whole. And it does advance your sex life. Okay, it will definitely advance your sex life. Whereas lovemaking before the time might have been 11 minutes, 5 minutes, you know, with an orgasm at the end. Now you enter an orgasmic state with your partner where you can roll around in pleasure for hours. And every single part of the body is treasured, cherished, worshipped, enjoyed. If your whole body is enjoyed, is exploding with pleasure, you feel like you are seen as a whole person, like you are presenting yourself as a whole person, as a whole feeling person, not just something with only erogenous zones and genitals. You know, you arrive in your full body, in your full being, in your eyes, and celebrate your fullness and celebrate your partner's fullness, and just know that, you know, just putting your faces together becomes orgasmic. Just putting your toes together, your knees together becomes orgasmic. Just simple touches, just that simple being with one another is just like, hey babes, we're just rolling around in energy orgasms and we are like totally blissed out. It's wow, so good, so good. So even if you're older, you know, this really advances your sexuality. And know that as you're getting older and you're stepping into this way of making love, you know, you are getting a better sex life, a better and better sex life, even if you're getting older, because you do not even need, men, an erection to have energy orgasm. You can definitely have an erection and have energy orgasms, but you do not need them. So imagine being like an old person, like 94 years old, and being able to roll around in bliss with your partner. I mean, that's amazing. It's beautiful, where your sexuality is not dependent on your genitals. But it's so great if we do invite them in, but we're not dependent on the genitals, and we can still access our sexual energy, even if there is no erection. But now, speaking about erections, this is another thing that is a really important teaching to the men is, guys, really start practicing ejaculation control or semen retention so that you do not ejaculate every time you make love. Because as soon as you ejaculate and you have that orgasm and you just had one go, like one fun ride, and then it's over, and now you're sitting with a partner who's multi-orgasmic and ready to ride for hours. So you will really benefit from learning that ejaculation control and figure out your own ejaculation frequency. That'll really depend on your age as well. Maybe ejaculate once a week, or once every 2 weeks, or once every 3 weeks. And by not ejaculating, you're also going to enhance your sensitivity and your sexual energy flowing around in your body. And with your ejaculation control, semen retention, you learn to retain that semen and move this orgasmic energy through your whole body. So you're not going to be dissatisfied. You're not going to not get the full satisfaction out of your lovemaking if you do not ejaculate, because you're going to learn what an energy orgasm is, and you will go into those orgasmic states for long times, have multiple orgasms, and not ejaculate. Be sexual every day. Be sexual, self-pleasure, or make love to your partners, and don't ejaculate. Your erection will improve, and your orgasmic capacity of moving this energy through your body will improve, and your general energy levels every day will improve, because every time you ejaculate, you lose a hell of a lot of energy. So you want to retain this energy and almost like transform it into this spiritual energy, this like feeling of your spirit moving through your body, this vitality moving through your body. Okay, guys, important lesson. It's easier said than done. I know. But there are ways of learning this, and you'll become a really good lover if you practice this. And then for the ladies, just the clitoral orgasm, just to know, when we have this full body orgasm, it doesn't quite feel the same as the clitoral orgasm, So when you think orgasm, let's rephrase and say energy burst, and just start sensitizing your whole body like we did the finger before in the previous video. Start sensitizing your whole body and becoming familiar with different ways that you can feel pleasure, and lean into those. Ladies, you are so multi-orgasmic, well, men and ladies, but even if we have a clitoral orgasm, we can just carry on. But our multiple orgasms, I see really as not continue going back to the clitoris for another orgasm, back to the clitoris. She can give us one, that's great. She can give us more, that's great. But we actually don't want to keep nagging at her. We want to enhance our full body to feel, so that we go into these waves where your whole body is orgasmic, where you can feel everywhere, where you're just waving, moving, floating in bliss for an extended period of time. And it's just so beautiful to be with your partner. Often, people's partners, it's so beautiful for our partners to see us in this orgasmic state. They so want us to go there, but we're going to take ourselves there. We're going to get to know our own bodies, and we are going to awaken our ability to feel in ourselves. And then we come to one block and one problem that a lot of people give me with this feeling is that people say, but what if I have blocks? What if this energy doesn't move? Oh my God, I might have a wound there. I might have a block. So in the next video number 3, I am going to give you very handy tips of how to get past those blocks and how to deal with those blocks. But that's a whole lesson on its own, and we're going to dedicate some time to it. That's going to happen in video 3, coming out soon. In the meantime, please use the comments box at the bottom of this page and just give me a bit of a feedback of what your opinion is of this orgasm and full body orgasm. Give me some of your thoughts, or some of the things that maybe dropped in for you in this talk I've just given to you. And even if you want to ask another question specifically about orgasms, go for it.